It's a bright morning in the forest, and the wildlife sings and moves under the light of an increasingly warming day. Today, Adrian's brother Alston has brought us west from the state of Victoria to go rockhounding for gold. We left Melbourne yesterday on a 9-hour truck ride that started at 4 in the morning and drove more than 700 kilometers to stop in Hahndorf, a small German tourist village located about a half hour to the east of Adelaide and very close to our first important stop of the trip at Jupiter Creek. The Jupiter Creek Gold Diggings Trail, about 12 minutes to Hahndorf south, is part of the Aunga Goldfields, an almost 15-kilometer spread that produced a significant output of gold and other minerals beginning in the mid-1800s. Gold and mineral discoveries throughout other parts of the country led to an influx and exodus of people within the state of South Australia. And although the Bendigo goldfields of Victoria proved to be eminently more profitable and attractive to gold hunters, the Aunga Goldfields still produced an estimated 30,000 ounces of gold during its various rushes. The trail is open to the general public for walking through the well-shaded forested area, and some of the more organized digging operations throughout history have been marked for historical interests to explain some of the mining processes throughout the years. Most of Jupiter Creek's digging, however, simply came down to living in a tent and working your claim.
Thank you for the soundbite.
As for us, we're mostly just poking around the area and rockhounding on the abandoned mineral dumps left behind by more than a century of gold mining. Technically, the proper term for rockhounding where we are in South Australia would be fossicking, or rummaging for specimens, but it's the same idea. Much of the evidence of digging is overgrown by the forest, with trees, moss, and lichen covering open shafts and tailings piles just off the trail and further into the bush. So we're fossicking for quartz left on the surface. What we're finding is predominantly iron minerals such as sphalerite, ironstone, minor hematite, and galena, and lots of iron-stained quartz. Most of what we're uncovering is alluvial deposits of quartz, quartzite, and other minerals. Alluvial in the sense of found within patches of clay, silt, sand, and gravel. Within that, however, embedded in reefs of exposed quartz, small deposits of gold ore can be found. Historically, the gold masses of Jupiter Creek were discovered as notably small specimens like minuscule nuggets, or as crystalline deposits in the quartz reef matrices. It's hard to keep in mind that Jupiter Creek, in modern times, is now a nature trail. Small historical placards sporadically appear as we carefully move across the landscape, skirting the many open pits and shafts that remain as the silent evidence of years and years of fortune seeking.
Is it possible that that's going to rip a lot of money out of them, and therefore little red Christmas.
Many of the shafts have either collapsed or been filled in by the state's mining and energy department, while others have simply just been reclaimed by the forest that surrounds them.
Alright, which way? That way or that way?
After about 4 hours of digging and wandering around the tailings, we stack our findings in the back of our truck, and a week and a half later, the entire mess gets dumped into a water-filled wheelbarrow for panning.
It's good for you. No, I was going to say we can pan it like this.
Golden triangle, we just brought it back to pan. And I just want my hands really like panning it.
It's a bit windy out here, but what are you doing?
We're panning dirt we got from the golden triangle to see if there's any gold in it. We actually brought it back here to the house to pan rather than doing it out in the field.
The idea here is to replicate what the miners of Jupiter Creek did out in the wild for years, just in Alston's backyard.
It's quite a laborious process, isn't it?
Yes, this is going to take hours.
Oh boy.
While we've found a little gold in some of the quartz specimens we've dug up, which is exciting in and of itself, we also find something else unexpectedly.
Alright, while gold panning, we found a piece. We're not sure what it is. We're absolutely not sure. It could be a gold ore. It's more likely to be a silver ore. We thought maybe it was iron, so we started with breaking it open just with a hammer, and that didn't give us any more clues really. So we went and got a magnet. It's not magnetic whatsoever. With that information, it looks like silver ore to me. We're going to take it and clean it up with some toothpaste really quick. Usually I use a whitening toothpaste that's got titanium in it to try to clean it up. So you can see it's a little bit silver colored right here, but not a bright white.
I don't really understand why are you applying toothpaste to this?
Well, we're going to see if it changes color. Specifically if it turns blue or if it goes white and looks like silver. It probably won't without being really cleaned up in some acid first, but we're going to try to at least clean that off. Okay, after the toothpaste didn't really reveal much, we looked up some comparison photos and decided that it's close enough. We're going to do some more tests. Right now we're going to look for some ammonia and soak it in that. Now that we're back, we've used a variety of techniques, including an ultrasonic cleaner, to clean up a whole bunch of the specimens we found. Unfortunately, the big silver piece that we thought we had found is galena with silver in it, so it's not solid silver. And we did find some gold specimens. Here's a piece of quartz from Hahndorf, Australia, with several gold flakes on it. Really interesting. They're hidden in the bugs and took a lot of cleaning to be able to see. Likewise, here's a piece of black gold from Ouro Preto, Brazil, that actually just has gold smear across the black stone. In addition to the gold and silver, we actually found some really rare iron minerals and some black quartz. Other pieces we thought were great ended up being almost nothing, including one that was just covered in plant matter. So there's a mix of really, really fun things that we found and some disappointments. That's just part of rock hunting.